Today we're counting down the 5 most useful tips in the new version of Outlook.
Tip number 5.
It's incredibly important to highlight an email and right-click. And here you'll see some new prioritization features. You can now pin an email to the very top of your inbox. When I do that, that particular email will stay at the top of my inbox even as I get more and more emails so that I don't lose track of an important task. I can unpin by just clicking that button. Here again, if I right-click on that email, I can also snooze it so that it will disappear out of my inbox and come back tomorrow or the beginning of next week or whenever I choose so that I can get that task when I have time to complete it. When you right-click, you can also block a sender that you really feel is a no-priority sender, or you can indicate that you never want to block that sender, making sure that the right stuff is inside of your email inbox. Another powerful feature when you do that right-click is Move. When I select Move on something that's relatively low priority but not spam, I can select Always Move to the other inbox so that when I'm using the focused inbox, which gives me focused and other, this will never again bother me in my primary email inbox. Another great feature is Sweep. When I select Sweep after highlighting an email, I can select things to do with every single message that comes from that sender. So I could move all messages from the inbox folder to the deleted folder, but I could also keep the latest message and move the rest from the inbox to maybe a reports folder if this is where I store my reports. So there's a lot of flexibility with Sweep, and I encourage you to try it out. It's really amazing.
Tip number 4.
Now let's pretend that this email is incredibly important and I want it to be on my calendar as a task that I need to complete this week. All I have to do is highlight this email, click on this button here, which is the Reply with Meeting button. This transforms the email into a calendar item. If I don't need the person to be there who sent me the email, I can just eliminate them. And then I can set the time when I'd like to complete this task. How about Friday at, let's just say, 30 p.m. That looks great. I click Save, and I've just added that email to my Outlook calendar. Let's just take a look to make sure it's there for tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., and there it is right there.
Tip number 3.
Now in Get Control training, we always say to be a great tech explorer, you have to click on every gear and 3-dot button that you see. When you click on the gear in the upper right-hand corner of your Outlook screen, guess what? You get tons and tons of things that you can modify, too many to go through in this particular video. But you can make sure that you're sorting your messages using the focused inbox approach here. You can change the size of your text fonts and the look and feel of everything that you have. You can really do some great things with rules. So if there's a particular sender that you want to auto route to a folder, you can click on Add New Rule. I'll just label this Test. Next, I'll select From, and I'll type the name of that particular person. Then I'll select Add an Action, which will be to move it to a particular folder. And all I have to do is hit Save, and in the future, this will auto route all messages from Lisa to the Helix Project folder.
Tip number 2.
An important way to boost your TQ, your tech quotient, is to use advanced search whenever you can to find things faster. If you click the drop-down in the search menu, you can select what folder you want to search, who that email is from, whether or not it has attachments, and so on. This allows you to search faster by quickly narrowing things down to all the messages from Lisa Rivera with attachments. In the new Outlook, you can even search teams or all your files. And notice that you have further narrowing features that pop up once you do your initial search. Really useful for saving time and finding what you need to get the job done.
Tip number 1.
It's always smart to create a template whenever you can to save time and boost the quality of your communications. If I have a brand new email here, I can pop it out, by the way, by clicking here and pop it out so that it's all by itself. I want to get a little more vision of it. And I can also delay send it, by the way, with this cool drop-down that allows me to schedule that send for a later time, maybe when my people are actually going to be able to process my request. And I can create a template. Now, sometimes you'll see a My Templates icon up here, but I don't this time. And I think that may be because they want us to click on Apps. If I click on Apps, I see my templates, and I just open that up, click on the template I want, and it pops right into that email. Boom! I love that. Really cool. How did I create it? Just create it once, highlight it, Control C to copy, and then copy and paste your template into this box, give it a title here, and hit save.